Oh boy, we are back as promised. Sorry about that, guys. It was oh boy, it was technical difficulties. Just found out I did 30 minutes of show with no audio. But we're back at it. I'm dedicated to you guys. I really want this to be informative and not silent. This isn't a silent party. By the way, if you ever been on a cruise ship, do a silent party. Amazing. Basically, you're wearing these and you got music going, and when you walk in without these on and you got no music, it is hilarious. You see everybody dancing around, and there's no music going. But once you put the headphones on and you get the vibe, you're good. And then there's two channels, right? There's usually a blue and a green channel, or a red and a blue, or whatever. And there's a DJ going, and the DJ's up there, and there's two DJs going, and one DJ's playing one set of music, the other DJ's playing another set of music, and you're dialed in, and you're hearing it, and you're loving it, and it's hilarious. So if you've never done a silent party, please do it. Guys, we are, side note, I love cruising, so that's the side note for the day, okay? Shout out to a few of those popular cruise lines here out of Florida. We are back here from the Drudio, Home Loans Drew Studio, and we are focused today. Again, sorry to mess up the first half of the show, but had no audio for 30 minutes. So if you guys can hear me, let's do this. Let's save us from a lot of pain, and let's go ahead and get you guys to confirm that you can hear me. Please drop a comment right now, and if you comment, your comment will show up in the show. It's really cool. But please drop a comment. Let me know you can hear me. If you don't mind, I just want to make sure I have audio going and not do 30 minutes without audio this time. So if you got ears on me, please save me 30 minutes, okay? Let me know if you hear me. But what we're going to do today, this second half of the show, is basically let you guys know what kind of payment you're looking at for any particular property. So if there's a property that you're interested in, or if you're just dreaming, you're sitting on your couch or your bed tonight, and you just want to know what these new rates are like, what things look like with these new lower rates that we've seen in the last few weeks. The Fed's cutting the Fed rate yesterday. This is all good news for affordability. This is all things that are helping people to buy homes. Remember, it was all intentional, right? The rates going up was something that was done intentionally to slow the economy, to stop inflation, which is no good for us as consumers. We don't want inflation at all. That's a big no thank you. So what we want to do is talk about these benefits that have now come about because interest rates are lower. Guys, please do me a favor. If you can hear me, drop a comment saying you can hear me. Let me know you can hear me in the comments there. All right, so what are we going to do? We're going to look at a couple properties, and specifically properties that are going live this weekend for open houses. So if you're a real estate agent and you've got an open house coming up, please drop a comment and let me know that you got an open house coming up. I'll put your property up on the screen here on the show, and let's see if we can showcase it for everybody to see, okay? Every week around 6 o'clock, start a little late due to technical difficulties tonight, but every week I've got to show open house previews live. This version, this second half of the show tonight, we're going to focus on payments and showing you guys how much and how much you actually need to make to be able to afford a specific house or particular house. So let's get to it, guys. We're going to be over in Longwood, Florida. We ended the first half of the show in Longwood. We're going to go to we're going to pick it up where we left off in Longwood. So guys, comment in the comments here. What do you think about the house? Would you take my cash or pass? All right, let me know what you think in the comment section here as we get started. So let's pop over to our trusty friend here. This website is one of the most popular for searching for homes. You can access it. You probably know the name of it. And so we're going to go to Longwood here, and in Longwood, Florida. Now, Longwood, Florida is kind of located in kind of the center of the state of Florida, both from north to south and kind of in the middle. So if you don't like hurricanes, you think about moving here, or if you don't like being on the coast, Longwood's a good spot, right? It's kind of in the middle of everything. So yeah, listen, let's click on something here. We already did this $1.5 million house. That was legit. All right, comment. What do you guys think the payment was on this $1.5 million house in Alaqua, Longwood, Florida? Do you think it was under $7,000 or over $7,000 a month? with 30% down and an average interest rate. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. Drop a comment. I'm bringing your comments on the show right now live. If you want to be here in Florida, you need to figure it out early, okay? Because you're not alone. Figure it out. Let's run the numbers. Let's see what it's going to take for you to be here. And that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm sitting here at 7:30 doing for you guys, is to help you crunch the numbers. I'm the numbers guy. So let me know. This house, what do you think? Comment. Above 7,000, below 7,000, 30% down, average interest rate. What do you guys think? I can tell you right now, the tax bill alone was $13,000 plus a year. So that's about just over $1,000 a month in taxes. All right. And then you've got insurance, principal, and interest. What do you guys think? What do you think about this property? Comment. Over 7, under 7. Drop a comment right now. Over 7, under 7. What do you guys think? Okay, so this house we already saw. Let's keep going. Let's bring it back home to something that you know, the majority of people would entertain. Okay, let's check out this house right here. I saw it, caught my eye because it's kind of bright. This one right here. It's got an open house in 2 days, on Saturday from 11 to, I believe it was 1 o'clock. No, 11 to 2 o'clock in Longwood, Florida. All right, this is a $525,000 home. What do you think of this home? Drop it in the comments. What do you think of this home? Take my cash or pass? Which one is it? Let's pop it up here and see. Well, it's kind of early to judge it. You don't know. All right, so it needs a little updating. I think we actually saw this home on our show last week. Let me know, guys. Did we see this home last week? It looks familiar. All right, needs a little updating. You know, so one could argue, right? But hey, great area, Longwood, Florida, for decent price. How long has this one been on the market? Been on the market 19 days. So just 20 days. All right. Let's run the numbers real quick, guys. That's what we're here for. So we got a 525. So I'm going to call it 526. Well, 525 is fine. We'll call it $525,000 house. We're going to put 20% down. So we got 525 times 0.2. What do we got? 105. You need 105,000 down on this house if you're putting 20%. You don't have to. You can put as little as 3% down. If you're a first-time home buyer, what are you doing? Putting 20% down. I mean, you can, but I don't know. Are you really going to keep this home for a long time? Depends. You might want to do that. $105,000 down. You got taxes. Let's scroll down and see what the taxes look like on this property. $6,000 a year. Okay, I mean that's up there. It's likely not homestead. What does that mean? That means that likely this property was a rental, or the person lived in it had a different. Look, I don't even have to speculate. Right there, boom. Look at that. Listed for rent back in 21. All right, so yeah, no, it was rented, so it doesn't have a homestead exemption, and that's why the tax bill is a little higher. So we're gonna go $6,000 a year for taxes. And let's go with the HOA dues. Any HOA dues on this house? Comment. Do you love HOAs or not? What do you guys think? You like HOAs or not? Drop it in the comments. Are you a fan of HOAs or not? Well, this one doesn't have an HOA, so let's get rid of that. Bang. And then homeowners insurance. I don't know. I mean, let's go with $2,000 a year. Yeah, $2,400. Let's do $2,400 a year. So this home with 20% down, the taxes, the insurance, no HOAs, with an average interest rate, I'm going to call it 5.75. You know, just throw something out there that kind of feels like in the middle these days. And you're right around $3,000 a month, $3,151 a month. What kind of income do you need to afford a home at this price point with similar structure? What kind of income do you need? Well, usually about 50% is the maximum debt to income ratio, meaning that your monthly payment plus all other obligations can't cross 50%. Typically, there are loan programs that go a little higher, like FHA, if you need a little more flexibility, and then there are some that go a little more strict, and your situation might call for it to be a little less or a little more, but 50% is kind of the general rule. So if your mortgage payment is $3,100 and you have no other bills, just the mortgage, zero other debt payments per month, you're going to need about $6,200 a month to qualify for this home. Right? 6,200, decent scores. 20% down, you're going to get a little leeway, so that's cool. But you're going to need at least, call it $6,500 a month with no other. Now, as soon as you start adding in debt obligations like a car payment, credit card payment, minimum payment, student loan minimum payment, things like that, you're going to need a little bit more income to qualify to stay below that 50% max DTI. So just FYI, but that $3,200, so $6,200 a year, $6,200 a month in annual income. So if you do 6,200 and times that by 12, that gives us $74,000 a year. You need to make about $75,000 if you have no other debt. If you have more debt, you need to be closer to 80, 85, 90. Just depends on how much debt you have. All right, so that's that house. Guys, please comment a house. If you guys see a home online that you want me to run the numbers on, please do so, okay? I am here to run the numbers for you. Let's head down to Orlando, see if there's any open houses happening this weekend in O-Town, Orlando, Florida. Okay, what do you guys think about Orlando? Are you guys fans of Orlando? I live in north of Orlando, okay? In a city about 20 minutes north of Orlando. What do you guys think about Orlando? I think if you like, you know, the I don't want to say commotion because that's usually used as negative, but if you like the activity, if you like to be in the heart of it all, you want to be closer to the theme parks, you want to have access to the beach in either direction, about an hour and a half each way. Man, Orlando's fantastic. There's a reason why it's so popular. What do you guys think? Would you move to Orlando? Comment. Would you move to Orlando? Orlando's big. Okay, it's geographically it's pretty wide. It's got a lot of different areas. It's got more rural areas, right? So if you're looking for areas that have more land per home, you can go to the east side of Orlando. If you're looking for something that's more downtown feel, the heart of Orlando, downtown. If you want to be more in the suburbs, you can go to the west side, all right? So you've got some cities around Orlando on the west side. So Orlando has everything that you really would want in a place. Depending on your taste. All right, so let's head to Orlando and let's see what's out there as far as open houses this weekend. We've got a few, guys. We've got a few. Let's bring it up. Let's bring our price point up. We're gonna go minimum. What do you guys think? Minimum of say 500,000. All right, and we'll do max of 700. We're gonna bring the price point up a little bit. So, what do you guys want? You guys want a bigger home? Let me know what you think. Let's go find a bigger home. All right. We're going to go 3,000 plus square feet. Okay. So let's do that. And then let's run the numbers. All right. So square footage, we'll go 3,000 minimum, apply. We've got 5 properties having open house this weekend in Orlando, Florida that have open houses and are over 3,000 square feet below 600 or 700,000. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to click on this one. This one's 3,094 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bath. It might be 3.5. Sometimes this website rounds up, but 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 3,094 square feet at $675,000. Does it have a pool? What do you guys think? Does this home have a pool? Let me know if you think this home will have a pool. Comment pool if you think it's going to have a pool. All right, so we're going to scroll through here. Interesting window design. Do you guys see that? I mean, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever. Can I zoom on this thing? Anybody else newer to the Mac world? I don't know how to zoom. Guys, if you know how to zoom in on a Mac, let me know. I still haven't figured that out on a Mac. Anyway, this home, look at the windows on that thing. Interesting. Like almost like a Z and an S. Okay. Anyway, big home, 3,000 square feet. All right. We got some space here. We got, wow, poker table. All right. Like that. Wonder if that's staying with the home. Right? All right, living room here. We're going to head upstairs just a second. I like that TV. I like that backlit TV. Anybody knows me knows I'm a lighting person, so that's pretty cool. All right, little play area here, like a little loft area. Looks like they're using the dining area as a, maybe a dining area as a play area. Kind of cool. Hey, whatever floats your boat, what works for the family, right? Let's head upstairs. We got wood floors here. Okay, little space. All right, this home again is listed for $675. We're going to run the numbers here in just a second. Got a loft area. Sweet. Okay. No pool, guys. No pool. But that's okay. That gives you an opportunity to build one of your own, right? If you want to do that, design it the way you want it. Let's run the numbers. Let's see what we got. All right, we got $675,000 purchase price. Let's do it. 675,000. Whoa, not 6.7 million. $675,000. There we go. Down payment, we'll do 20%, right? We'll just keep it there. Guys, don't forget, on a conventional loan, you can do, if you're a first-time home buyer, as little as 3% down. All right, so if you're doing 3% down, that's going to be $20,000 on a $675,000 home. All right, but we're going to do 20% for the example purpose here, so we don't worry about PMI too much. 135. And we've got taxes here of, let's see here. Let's find our taxes, guys. You know where they're at. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And we've got taxes of $45.09. So we'll pop that over here. $45.09. And then we've got HOA dues. Do we have an HOA on this property? Let's see. Do we have an HOA? Yes, we do. It's $236 a month. $236. Remember, this is in Orlando. All right. And we got homeowners insurance. Now, what year was this home built? 17. So it's still fairly new, about 7 years old or so. I'm going to go with $2,400. We'll leave it right there. All right. 30 years mortgage with a average interest rate, just something to kind of estimate things out for you. And we're at $39.63 per month. $39.63. What type of income would you need to qualify for this property? Let's figure it out. What do you guys think? Would you buy this home cash? All right, take my cash or pass? Comment that in the comment section. Let me know what you think. All right, so income. So if we're at about $4,000 a month with no other debts, none at all, you could buy this home with a conventional loan with at least $8,000 a month in income. Or, in other words, listen, if you got a little bit of student loans, credit card debt, things like that, yeah, you're gonna need a little bit more income than that. But if your max debt to income ratio is 50%, this property is going to take about $8,000 a month to $9,000 a month to qualify for. Okay, so keep that in mind because you don't really want to run into problems. About $108,000, you don't want to run into problems in underwriting on a house. That's not what you want to do. You want to get that stuff figured out ahead of time. All right. So again, this property right here, $675,000, 20% down, conventional loan, with an average rate. Just for example purposes, you're looking at about $4,000. Or I'm sorry, 30. Was it 3? Was it 4,000? Yeah, $4,000 a month. Okay. All right, guys. Again, comment if you want me to check out a property for you. Okay. I will go ahead and bring it on the screen, and if you comment, I'll bring your comment on the screen as well. And we'll have you guys, show the world what you're working with. All right. So if you got an open house coming, if you're a real estate professional, if you got an open house coming, please drop the link for it, and I will put it here on the screen on the show and give everybody a sneak preview of your open house. And every Thursday at 6 p.m., we have the open house live previews. All right, and you can come on the show, literally come on the show. We had Haley Riley do an open house. She came on the show earlier, and she showcased her listing and her open house for this Saturday, 11 to 2 on Saturday in Deltona, Florida. So feel free to do that. All right, so let's pause right there for a second. Let's talk. Let's talk shop. The Feds dropped the rates, okay? And we knew it was coming as lenders. And so things got better, a lot better for all of us consumers about 2 or 3 weeks ago. And it's exciting because affordability has been a very big problem here during this inflationary period. Obviously, home values skyrocketed. One would say skyrocketed. And they haven't gone back down. So it is actually a relief to see mortgage rates coming down the way they have the last few weeks, okay? And I think that there's an opportunity to buy into a property for hundreds of dollars a month less if you are in a position to do so. So keep that in mind because you don't want to get to the point where you're missing out on opportunities that are out there because you're in a situation where you're hesitant to buy because you thought rates were too high or whatnot. take a look at what's going on out there with the feds. Watch and see. For 3 weeks now, we have seen mortgage rates come down, and so it's a great thing for affordability and for home ownership. So those who are looking to do that, it's a phenomenal opportunity. All right, so we're going to wrap it up with one more home, and then we're going to call it a night here. I had some technical difficulties, so sorry for doing 30 minutes of the initial show with no audio, but I'm so glad that you guys are here. Let's get right back to it with one more property here. Let's go down to Kissimmee, Florida. Okay, we're going to do Kissimmee, Florida. And let's go ahead and do, let's see here. Let's see. I think I'm going to showcase this one right here. All right. Shout out to the realtor. I think I know this property. Yes, Santa Butte. Santa Butte, this is your listing. You are on the show right now. All right, so Sana has showcased this home. She's got an open house. She is relentless with her open houses, and it's exciting to see her work. I mean, she's out there. Look, Saturday from 12 to 2, and she's already planning on being out there for you guys the following Saturday from 12 to 2. So shout out to Sana for putting that out there. Very cool. So this property is a 5-bedroom home in Kissimmee, Florida. If you're a big fan of the parks, it's very close to there. 5-bedroom property, 3,166 square feet, and it is located in Kissimmee, Florida. Now, if you're unfamiliar with where Kissimmee, Florida is, if you know where Disney World is, you're not far away. Okay, let's go ahead and show you guys that. Give me 1 sec. Put up the maps here. And we're going to show you guys where Kissimmee, Florida is on the map compared to, say, Disney, Florida, okay? Or Disney, Walt Disney World. So we'll do that, and we'll go Disney Springs. Everybody loves Disney Springs. So right now with traffic, you're about 30 minutes away. Not bad at all. So this property is located about 30 minutes from Disney, call it. And basically, you've got 5 bedrooms. You've got a $12 a month HOA. Let's check out the photos real quick. Let's take a look at what we got. We got a 3-car garage here. Do we have a pool? That's a question. Don't think there is. I'm flying through the photos to see if there's a pool here. I don't think so, but that's probably why it's listed and priced so well. So you can get creative with your own design for the pool. But let's check out the photos here. Let's see. We got a really nice kitchen here. Stainless steel appliances. Looks like black fixtures, a lot of space. 3,166 square feet is a lot of space for a family. Love it. Looks like newer floors, tiled showers all the way to the ceiling. Very nice. Very nice. This property will be available for open house Saturday from 11 to, I believe it was 2 o'clock. Let's just make sure. Yeah, from 12 to 2. So if you're planning on checking it out this Saturday and the following Saturday, you can see Sana Butte out there. She is going to be at that property and showcasing it tomorrow. Let's run the numbers real quick and we'll call it a night, guys. $519,900. Call it $520. And we're going to do a down payment of 20% for our example here. So $520. It's going to be $104, I believe. Yep, $104,104. We got taxes of, what are our taxes on this property? Let's see. $10,752. $10,752. And HOA dues of $12, if I remember it correctly. Yep, $12. And insurance will go with $2,400 a year. An average interest rate. Our estimated payment on this home is $35. Call it $3,600 a month. Now, how much income do you need to buy a home like this? Well, if your mortgage payment is called around $3,500 a month, you're going to need at least double that. 50% is the max DTI, so double that puts you about $7,000 to $8,000 a month. Okay. Now that's if you don't have any other debts. If you have other debts, then you're going to want to have a little more income there. But that's about it. I mean, it's about $7,000 to $8,000 a month. Okay, so we're going to take that, right, divide it by, or times it by 12, and you've got your estimated annual income needed to buy a property like this. About $84,000 a year would get you into a home like this. All right, so reach out to Santa Butte. She's got this property open for you to check out tomorrow, Saturday. I keep thinking it's Friday. Saturday from 12 to 2. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. Every week we're going to do this. I had some technical difficulties the first half. Started over. Thanks, guys, for your patience on that. But I'm excited. If you're in the real estate industry and you would like to be on the show, I can actually bring you here on the show live, showcase your open house. You can have an opportunity to talk about it and let people know where you're going to be this weekend and what time. And we'll run the numbers and all that right here live on the show. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you joining me here in the Drudio, the Home Loan Drew studio. Have a great evening, and we're getting back to it. Rates are down, guys, big time. Shout out to the feds for finally making a nice rate cut. It's been years since we've seen rate cuts at all, and a 50 basis point rate cut is definitely going to stimulate the economy a little bit, get it going again. And how it benefits you as a home buyer is, although they're not exactly connected, definitely love seeing the economy being stimulated and being able to go and see mortgage bonds and rates moving in the positive direction to help with affordability. So just in the last few weeks, we've seen estimated payments change. For example, listen, before we go, look at this. So $3,500 a month with a 5.75, but if I go 6.75, we'll take that $3,500 and we'll change it to $38, right? So you got about $300 a month swing just in 1% on rates. So seeing rates definitely lower now has definitely helped a lot with affordability. So, and it will hopefully continue to go in the right direction to help us out. So, all right, guys. If you have any questions, reach out. You know how to reach me here. You can DM me at Home Loan Drew on YouTube and Instagram, and Andrew Webb at CCM on Facebook. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great evening, and we will see you next week live, 6 p.m. for Open House Previews Live with me, Home Loan Drew. Have a great night.